Target locked.
Today's target is Ghan, the Bloodaxe Khagan. He is a normal damage-dealing, defense-scaling defender for the Chaos faction, a conqueror who dedicates his body and soul to leading his people to victory. Here's a stat breakdown on Ghan and how he compares to other defenders in the game. He has the 4th highest HP compared to other defenders, and very impressive defenses to boot. He manages to also keep the average cost, blocking, attack speed, and natural rage regen as almost every other defender. You might notice that I have noted his attack as a wasted stat. To figure out why, we need to only to move on to his talents and skills. Ghan is the legendary lord for the Chaos faction, and his lord skill increases faction allies' basic attributes by 15%. It also increases faction allies' damage based on their lost HP up to 60% at 30% HP. Faction allies gain a 20% attack and defense bonus when HP is below 30%. Ghan's talent is that his damage scales off of defense, and he increases his defense by 2% for 15 seconds each time taking damage, capping at 30% defense. Ghan's basic attack attacks up to 3 enemies in range, dealing 70% damage to each enemy. Max skill-ups increases this damage by an additional 20%. Ghan's ultimate, Battle Cry, is a manually activated ultimate with a cost of 1000 rage. Upon deployment, he starts with 400 rage and it lasts for 10 seconds. It increases block by 3 and grants physical damage reduction 30% and a magic damage reduction of 30% to all allies in range. This effect lasts 10 seconds. With max skill ups, you can increase the effect duration by 5 seconds, all damage reductions by an additional 20%, and reduce the skill cost by 100. Ghan's first passive, Frantic Retribution, upon taking damage has a 15% chance to attack up to 10 enemies ahead, dealing a 300% AoE damage. With max skill ups, you can increase this damage by 200% and increase the trigger chance by 10%. Ghan's second passive, Insensibility, triggers when HP drops below 30%. If the hero takes damage below 25% max HP, the damage will be reduced to 10. This effect lasts for 10 seconds with a cooldown of 90 seconds. With max skill ups, you can increase the effect duration by 5 seconds and increase the threshold to trigger damage reduction by 10%. Ghan's third passive is an Arena cost reduction. It reduces the cost of this hero in Arena by 5. Ghan's first awakening is Insensibility's cooldown is reduced by 20 seconds. His second awakening increases his defense by 200 and increases faction allies' damage increase by 5%. His third awakening, after the effect of Battle Cry ends, the next basic attack triggers Frantic Retribution instead, dealing up to 1000% AoE damage to a maximum of 10 enemies ahead. The AoE damage is based on the number of times this hero received damage during Battle Cry. His fourth awakening, all damage reductions plus 8%. In his fifth awakening, Battle Cry gains a bonus range. As a defense scaling damage dealing meat shield, Ghan is a defender that dishes it back just as hard as he takes it. There is, however, such thing as too much defense when it comes to damage calculations, so a suggestion of 2 defense percentage and a crit damage percentage gear combination is recommended, while still making sure to max crit rate percentage and getting any extra HP percentage that can be given. Early gear sets to look for upon meeting his base stat percentage needs, Guardian would increase his bulkiness even more so early on to stay on the field. By mid-game, with enough defense scaling, you can aim further into his damage output with Night Terror to increase his overall damage when he crits. In-game, Ageless Wrath is perfect to ramp up his damage as he unleashes his wrath upon his enemies. For artifacts, early you could use Medal of Endurance to increase his longevity. Mid-game, the Heart of Thorns would allow him to dish back damage as enemies attack him, and for Mythic, the Goddess Grace increases his defense the longer he stays on the field. Having only the monthly ancient summoning crystals as the only way to get him, Ghan is one of the more rare heroes in the entire game, let alone Legendary Lord. However, if luck should be on your side, you can thoroughly enjoy this seemingly undefeatable meat shield that obliterates anything that comes his way. His faction is tailored to dishing out tons of damage the more they take, and he is no different. With a cost reduction, he shines in arena mode such as sustained damage, but will also show to be invaluable in Guild Wars for his ability to tank up to and a maximum of 7 enemies at once, while also increasing the block chance of those around him when he uses his ultimate. Thank you for watching this Watcher of Realms Hero Spotlight. If you like what you see, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I am Lieutenant Sheik, and this target has been destroyed.